All right, Amelia, we are here on the Thrive Time Show. We're doing a testimonial or a case study with a client that's had success.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to ask you, you've been working here for how long now, approximately?
I think just over 3 years.
Just over 3 years?
Yeah.
And you have some wonderful clients. I think of Lindsay Blankenship.
Mm-hmm.
Her company's called Revitalize.
Yeah.
Who else do you? I know you have a lot of great clients, but who else is a really a client that you've been able to help grow dramatically?
Joe with Hardware on the Square.
Hardware on the Square. They're based in Texas, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, if you're listening right now, Revitalize is what all does Revitalize do?
Oh man, they do a little bit of everything. They do Botox, laser hair removal. They do facials, chemical peels, many different laser services for like skin tightening, stuff like that. And
then the other business you mentioned was Hardware on the Square.
Yeah.
And do they do facials or what do they do?
No, they are a hardware store. So they do like plumbing, lumber, paint, flowers. But as a bonus, they have one of the best coffee shops in town.
And okay, so Hardware on the Square is based in St. Augustine, Texas, I believe.
Yes.
Revitalize, they have a location in Colorado.
In Alamosa,
Colorado, and in
Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they just opened one in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
And then what's another client you work with? Just one more client you work with that's really, I think of Lori Gregory and Andy Wakefield. They're great clients. Who else can you think of that you've been working with for a while now?
I've been working with Peter Estes with Valley CAD. He's located in California.
Valley CAD. Okay. And he's in California.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, and then Josh Spurl. Normally we talk to Josh on Mondays, but Josh is out today. And he's with Spurl. And the website for Valley CAD is valleycad.com, valleycad.com, valleycad.com. And then Spurl, that's an accountant up in Canada. It's spurl.ca. I'm putting all these on the show notes. And the point is, you have 4 wonderful clients we've just described. Mm-hmm. What makes a good client and what makes someone who's not a good fit for what we do? Because we only take on 160 clients. Your schedule is always busy. Mm-hmm. Mine's always busy. All the consultants here are always busy. What makes a good fit and what makes a bad fit?
Oh man, somebody that comes in is ready to learn the path. They don't emotionalize everything. So if I give them an action item, like, hey, you got to go get 50 reviews, they go and get 50 reviews. They don't just like talk about it for 3 weeks.
Right. So people that actually are committed to action.
Yes.
Well, I thought we'd do on today's show, and I appreciate you hopping on here, is we're going to have Josiah Wiens from the Hub Gym, because he personifies what a great client looks like. And so I thought, let's get him on the show. So Amelia, thank you so much for joining on short notice. In fact, no notice. I just said, hey, Amelia, can I grab you? Okay. So now I'm going to have Josiah hop on the mic here. And Josiah, folks, he's a part owner of a gym called the Hub Gym. And if you're in the Broken Arrow area, it's called the Hub Gym. And it is a gym that has all the amenities of a big box gym, but it feels more of like a small community. Josiah, welcome onto the show. And how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, the Hub Gym, it's thehubgym.com, thehubgym.com. Tell us what is thehubgym.com like? How would you describe it?
You mean the hubgym.com or the Hub Gym overall?
Overall, the Hub Gym, yeah.
Yeah. So the Hub Gym, we're a very community-oriented gym. Our entire goal is to make sure that we come and meet you where you're at and then help you grow to your goals and your destination. So we know it's not a cookie cutter response.
Now, over the years, I've been working with the gym since before I met you.
Yes.
How did you first hear about me? Because I was working with the owner, Luke Owens, who's now your partner.
Yes.
How did you first hear about me or what we do here at the Thrive Time Show?
So I was invited. I first started on working there at the team. And there, what I ended up doing is I worked my way up into actually taking responsibility for leadership. And one day Luke was like, hey, you know what? Our business coach, I think it would be great for you to come to this because I think it's some powerful stuff and it's going to help enhance what you do. So I came to the first meeting back in I think it was 2018, and I've been at every meeting since then. So,
and I think that what happens is a lot of times in business, people want business growth to be complicated. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of consultants want it to be complicated because that way there's a need for their services forever.
Sure.
If it's complicated and only they understand it. But the Hub Gym, at the end of the day, and I want people to understand this, if you're watching right now and you have a business that's not doing well, I'm going to walk you through the secrets that they don't want you to know. Now, there's a lot of details.
Yeah.
And we have to do a 13-point assessment with every client to see if they're a good fit. Luke, I first heard of Luke because he came to a business conference and he had owned the gym, I believe, over a decade and was not doing well by his own admission on the show. And he reached out to us and we went through a 13-point assessment. I'm going to hold this up for everybody out there so you can see the systems they don't want you to know. But we're going to talk about because they, in this case, would be me. So I want you to know about the systems. So the first step, we have to figure out your goals.
Yeah.
That's step one. I got to figure what are your goals. Now, how would you describe your goals for the gym and for the growth of the gym?
Well, our goals are kind of on two levels. Of course, we want to impact those within our community, and we want to be very intentional about our experiences that we have there. But then, of course, I mean, we've heard it many times from you. The purpose of a business is to serve you. And so we want for it to make sure that we can achieve our goals as well. And so Luke and myself both have various financial goals, or goals with our families and friends and fun and all that jazz. And we just want to make sure that we can accomplish all of those goals.
And at the end of the day, you have a gym that sells gym memberships.
Yep.
For like unlimited usage to work out.
Yep.
Then you also have personal training.
Yep.
You have group classes and that kind of thing. And so we had to figure out the goals of the company. I'm not going to get into all the details. I can say, but revenue wise, the gym's up 150% or more since I've first worked with Luke, maybe higher than that.
Oh, easily higher, probably more like 200%.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's done very, very well. And so when working with Luke, Luke came into me with kind of a beat up business.
Yep.
And I think, he was to a spot where he was like, you know what, I'm going to come to your crazy, stupid workshop because it's my last chance or something. And he came to the workshop. And then after we know your goals, we got to figure out how many hours a week you're willing to work. Now, you and your wife, you're newly married. You've been married, I think, 2 years.
I've been married over a little bit over a year.
Over a year. And you guys got married in the office.
Yeah, we did.
In the actual office. That's not a service that we offer, but you are the first wedding we hosted in the office there. And so you guys have been married and you work hard, but you don't want to just work all the time. You want to have some time freedom and financial freedom to enjoy some time together.
Absolutely.
What do you guys like to do when you're not working? Do you guys go on walks? You like to watch movies? What do you do?
Actually, yeah. I mean, that first one hits the nail right on the head. Her and I actually love going for walks just in like very pretty, beautiful areas. So walking down Riverside, walking in areas where there's a lot of like old historic homes. That's one of the things we love to do. We actually really love to cook together.
You do?
Yeah, we love to do.
What kind of stuff are you cooking?
I mean, most of what we make, obviously from the gym, I need to make things that are healthy and high protein. And so we do that.
Deep fried corn dogs are the whole deal.
Deep fried corn dogs is definitely my favorite.
Okay. So you guys, again, we got to figure out how many hours you want to work per week, because that way you're on the same page.
Right.
And we give you a system that you can implement within those hours.
Yep.
The third thing we have to do, step 3, is we have to determine what is your unique value proposition. Now let's talk about what makes the Hub different than other gyms.
So a couple of things. Number one, we are actually a true 24/7 gym.
Okay.
Most gyms are not a true 24/7 facility. They are 24/7, like 4 days a week or something, if they are. So that's number one. Number two, we are a true treat, like Cheers atmosphere. If you've ever seen the TV show Cheers, that's like the environment that we have when you come into the Hub.
Everyone knows everybody.
Exactly.
And so when we found that out, we had to help communicate that to the world. So step 1, you determine your goals. Step 2, you determine how many hours a week you're willing to work. Step 3, you got to determine your unique value proposition. What I found with Luke was that the gym, the environment in the gym wasn't physically personified by the decor. The decor didn't match the niche.
For sure.
So like the gym felt not as local as the gym felt to the people that worked out there. When you worked out there, you felt like, wow, this is a local gym where everyone knows my name. But the decor was kind of stuck somewhere between the middle of big box gym and local gym. And you guys went all in. You guys did a whole renovation in there. You really made it look spectacular. For anybody who looks up the Hub Gym you just go to Google, type in Hub Gym. You can look inside the gym on the Google map. You guys have done a very good job about that. So we determined the value proposition and we made the brand fit that. So step 4, we have to improve the brand. With Luke, for anybody out there that does not know this, we had to change the website. We had to change the logos, the brand, the website, everything. I mean, we changed the print pieces, the decor, everything about the brand, the business cards, the website, the YouTube channel, everything had to be updated. And Josiah, why is it so important for everybody out there listening to make sure that your brand is as good as the product or service that you provide? Why can the brand not look bad while the service is good?
Well, it comes back to that idea of like your first impressions too. I mean, if somebody sees that and they're your target, what you say is your target market, but that brand is not consistent with the experience that you give, they're going to be like, this is not at all. And your brand marketing and all is going to attract the wrong type of crowd or whatever crowd you're not trying to market to. And then everybody gets it. It's so confusing for customers and they see something totally different than what you actually offer.
Now, step 5, we have to determine a 3-legged marketing stool. Now, I'm not going to give away the secret sauce they don't want you to know, but on your, to grow the Hub Gym, we now have a system that works to get clients. We know what we're doing every week.
Yeah.
Every week we're not sitting around for 2 hours going, well, what's a way we could get more brand recognition? I mean, we have a plan.
Yeah.
And you do the plan every week?
Yes.
How long does it take you every week to do the plan for marketing, to generate more leads?
Oh, I mean, it's almost on autopilot at this point. It's really just, it's just keeping, making small little adjustments at this point. It's not like I have to spend 6 hours of my week working on our marketing.
Now, step 6, we have to create a sales conversion system. Scripts, when the phone rings, there has to be scripts, recorded calls, a pricing structure that makes sense to the average adult, a one sheet that shows all your pricing packages, all of that. The sales conversion system, when you started recording calls and holding people accountable to metrics and key performance indicators, how did things change at the Hub Gym?
Night and day. We didn't start recording calls. Like we were recording them, but nobody was listening to the calls for the longest time.
Yep.
And now it's like a daily thing that I listen to calls. But nobody was following the script when I first started.
True.
Like the person that taught me like how we deal with leads, basically I got a lead in and they put it in a binder and said, somebody calls it.
Now, step 7 is that now once you have the sales system in place, you've got to determine the costs of acquiring a customer and the profit you make per customer. Why do you have to determine the cost of what it costs you to get a new customer and how much profit you actually make per customer? Why do you actually have to know your numbers? The accounting, man.
Because that's like 90% of what makes the business profitable. Like, I mean, anybody could just you could give away business and people are going to come to it, but you're not going to be in business very long. So you have to actually make profit in the business. And so knowing your numbers helps you get there. So
we had to determine your customer acquisition cost.
Yep.
I could say in a typical week, how many leads do you get?
On a typical week, and I'd say around 17
leads
is like our average.
But we're spending under about $300 a week on advertising.
No, we upped our advertising not long ago.
Maybe 400 a week, 500?
About 400 a week.
So let's just say we took 500. Let's say we took 400 a week. We divide that by 17 leads. Then we know we're spending $23 per lead. That's just important to know that. Now, why do you have to determine how much profit you make per personal training client?
Per personal training client, we have to know that because there are costs associated with what each training client is doing. So not only do we have to actually pay a trainer to work with them, but they're utilizing the facility, and so they're taking up space in that time, and nobody else can use that space.
Step 8, creating repeatable systems. Checklists, scripts, documents that everyone can find, passwords, all locatable.
Yes.
Why is that so important if you're going to scale a company to create time freedom and financial freedom?
Because then you're not stuck having to be the fireman going around and putting out little mini fires like, hey, we have this is out of place or this is wrong, and so we need you to fix this. Instead, you have systems, checklists, protocols that everybody's going to follow it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's somebody's first day or their 400th day. It's the same thing regardless.
Okay. Now the next part about this, when you once you have the systems in place, once you have the branding in place, once you know your numbers, you have the marketing, and you got the branding and the logo and the website and the print pieces and the leads and your goals and your hours, and it says, yes, you have to then get other people to do the systems. Because you came in right away as an employee and Luke's like, dude, this guy can knock it out. And I'm going, haha, but can he get other people to knock it out? Talk about management and what you've had to learn in order to become an effective manager. You're always getting better, but what kind of things have you had to learn about managing people?
People are motivated by both positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. So they need something to be working towards, like a financial goal or the ability to make more money by doing the important things.
Yep.
But then they also need to know that there's repercussions for not doing the things that they need to do. So you can just sit around and kind of do nothing, but you're going to get written up and then probably fired.
So you've had to learn how to become an effective manager.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had to learn a lot about that. We've worked together quite a bit. And I will say this, you've become very, very good. You think you're a better manager now than you were 2 years ago?
Absolutely.
Okay. So now once you learn how to become an effective manager, we keep going. There's more stuff here, folks. Then we have to learn how to create a sustainable weekly schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about that. I mean, because you probably could work at the gym if you needed to, or if you wanted to, 100 hours a week.
Sure.
But that's not the goal. The goal is to create a time freedom and financial freedom.
Right.
Talk to me about the importance of sitting down and creating a schedule that works for you and your wife and your partner.
Yeah, absolutely. So a sustainable schedule is, that is one of the most important things. So on my schedule, I know there's certain things that are repeatable. It's part of that systematized process. It's certain things that, like, I know this is extremely important for me as an owner to be doing these things. So I'm going to make sure those don't ever deviate. But then that schedule, I have to make sure I work it within the time frame that I'm willing to work. So a lot of things that I have can be done pretty early in the day. So sometimes I'll wake up at like 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, and I can knock those things out because not many people are awake at that time, and they're not doing a whole lot of other things.
Now, you've probably met people over the years that do not like me, and many people that do like me. You've probably met both sides.
Yeah.
And so this is applicable to your company, Josiah, as well as to the listeners watching, and to me. You have to know who is your ideal and likely buyer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the ideal and likely buyer? So I'm going to give you an example. If you want to go to a gym where they offer swimming lessons, the Hub is not the right gym.
Correct.
Because you don't have a swimming pool. But how many people work out in the swimming pool at the local gym? Think about that. I know a lot of people that have a gym because it has they say, I have a gym membership because it has a pool. I go, great. How often do you use the pool? I don't use the pool. Okay. So, but so who is your ideal and likely buyer? In your case, if you want a pool, it's not a good fit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who is an ideal and likely buyer for the Hub Gym? Who's a good fit for the Hub Gym?
A great fit would actually be like the younger business professionals. You're looking for a place to actually get healthy and get fit. You're not looking for you're not looking to be like a power lifter or a bodybuilder. Like, you're looking to take care of your health, take care of yourself, and build yourself up in that fitness journey.
So again, I know who's my ideal and likely buyer and who's not my ideal and likely buyer. Could you describe for the listeners out there, just so I don't waste anybody's time and they don't waste my time, who is not a good fit for working with me?
Oh, for working with you?
Yeah.
Somebody that doesn't like to work hard or get up in the mornings and get things done.
Yeah. Now the next thing. So again, if you're out there and you're going, I have an idea for a product, but you don't actually have a product. Yeah. I have an idea for a business, but you don't actually have a business. I have an idea for a book, but you actually haven't started like formulating the book. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy who, if you have a product or service that actually works, I can help you nail it and scale it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're someone who has an idea, that's probably not a good fit. Okay. Next, step 11, you want to document your systems. Once you have your systems that work, why do you want to document them?
Because you have two advantages of that. You can see where you've come from, and you can see the trend for where you're going. So documenting the direction that you're going has significant benefits for both those fields.
What about if an employee works for you and they want to find something? How long does it take your employees to find something if you don't have a document? When you started working at the gym, because Luke was nailing down all the systems, how often would you have to first look for documents versus now?
Almost every day originally.
Yep.
And now they're all on a single concise place.
So step 12, once you have documented the systems, you can nail it and scale it. Now you guys are in the process of, the goal is to open another facility.
That's right.
You guys have recently invested in a yoga business, a non-spiritual yoga, by the way, folks. It's like a stretching physical workout thing. Right. Okay. But not a woo woo. We're not going there to replace the church, right? That's the
exactly.
Okay. But you're looking to open another gym. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
Tell us about the future. What are you looking to do here in the next 12 months if all things go well and Klaus Schwab and the Great Reset idiots don't end up taking over the world? What are your goals?
Yeah. So I would love to see us be at not just at a place where because right now we're profitable and we're doing well, but I want to see us be at a place where it really makes sense to also take that next step and open a location. Within 12 months, we'd like to have nailed down where we're going to be, have the location picked out, and it's going to be a pretty crazy, exciting thing.
Have you been to business workshops?
Yes, I have.
How would you describe the workshops and the impact that they had on your business, or the way that you see the whole system and how it all fits together?
Yeah. So I've read through this book, the Boom Book, like 7 or 8 times. And each time I read through it, I gain something new. And during every one of those workshops, it's kind of like the same thing. I learned something new every single time I go. So I think I've been to 4 or 5 of the actual workshops.
Yep.
And I still gain something new with every single one.
Do you laugh a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you have some fun.
Absolutely.
Good energy. You're not falling asleep.
Most definitely.
And then how does that help to be around other entrepreneurs that are all having success simultaneously?
Well, it's very inspiring. And I firmly believe that you become the average of like the 3 or 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're continually surrounding yourself with people that are forcing you to be better, then you're going to inevitably take steps to be better.
Now, our business coaching program, much like your gym membership, we have a flat rate that we charge. Mm-hmm. How does that help you from a perspective, knowing that photography, videography, web development, search engine optimization, consulting, all that is just one flat fee?
That's huge. Like that's extremely helpful, because otherwise all those things itemized would be extremely like a much higher price.
And have you guys ever found yourself at the Hub Gym locked into a contract with a nefarious vendor that doesn't do a good job?
Yes, we have before.
And I'm just saying that because it's our program's month to month. So if you're out there going, I want to, look into it again, folks, get out to our workshop. Our next workshop is in December. December 1st and 2nd. People might be saying, you should know when your conferences are. That's probably true. We have a lot going on, though. It's December 2nd and 3rd, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma, December 2nd and 3rd. We have scholarship pricing. When Luke actually first came to it, he came with a scholarship pricing. Mm-hmm. So anybody can afford to get to these events. Go to timetofreeamerica.com or thrivetimeshow.com. thrivetimeshow.com. When you go to thrivetimeshow.com, you click on the conferences button. That's code for conferences. And then you click there. And then once you click on the secret conferences button they don't want you to know about, you can learn about the business conferences. They're very interactive. We cap the attendance at 300 people. You're going to love it. You're going to meet some business friends. Again, that's Josiah. The gym right there is thehubgym.com. Josiah, final word of encouragement you might want to share with our listeners. Some of these shows have 100,000 downloads. Yeah. Some have 1 million. We never know how many people are going to watch every show. What's the word of encouragement you want to share with the listeners all over the country?
Do not be disappointed with the daily intentional actions. Sometimes you might not make as much progress as what you think you should, but the key thing is to continue taking steps forward every single day. Because the average business probably never takes any steps towards success. And
why do business owners have to bring the boom, the big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum? Why do they have to bring the boom every day to grow that business and push through that adversity?
I think partially because of what you said. There is adversity. There's a lot of adversity to business. You're going to be faced with opposition to that, whether it's just from red tape, or if it's from actual employees and people who look at what you do and they're like, oh, must be nice.
Are you saying there's red tape that'll get in your way?
There is red tape. It happens.
You're negative. I think a lot of people, though, they feel like I'm having adversity. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't push through.
Oh,
no, you got to push through that adversity, folks.
Absolutely.
Listen, if you're going through hell, don't stop. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Clay Clark. That is Josiah Wiens right there. And you're the author of a new book. We just helped you typeset a new book. You got your book?
Yes.
What's the name of the book? Where can people buy your book?
Yes. The name of the book is Make Your Meals Epic.
Ooh.
So you can find that on Amazon, and that is available for purchase. And it is all recipes that are high protein, calorie conscious, and foods that we would love, like pizza, and you have cheeseburgers and lasagna.
And if people buy your book on Amazon, you'll ship the book to them, right? So
yes.
It could be said that you will help people ship the books, right?
Yes.
But if you're listening out there and you're saying, Josiah, could you help me ship my pants? He will not ship your pants. Right? That's something you don't do. You do not.
No, I do not help.
You're not gonna be able to ship your pants. If you want your pants to be shipped, buddy, listen, that's not something he does. He'll ship your books, but he won't ship your pants.
I will not ship your pants.
All right, let's end this thing with a boom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.